Hello and welcome to Bruce Springsteen Guitar Lessons. This channel is dedicated to helping you learn your favourite Bruce songs on guitar. Every Friday there'll be a new lesson, complete with a full walkthrough of the new song, complete with tab, plus a breakdown of the individual parts. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon for notifications. Today's request is Bruce's classic Darkness on the Edge of Town. I've taken sort of the original recording and also parts of various live versions to get a bit of a whole holistic approach to this song. Thanks again to Martin for the request. And without further ado, I'm now going to play the whole song, complete with tab, and then I'll see you in a bit to go through all the individual parts. So, see you in a bit. Hello and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go through all the individual parts. Okay, so what I've done is almost amalgamated a lot of the different live versions that I've been watching and the actual recorded version. So I know that Bruce, when he plays it live, he's tend to be picking sort of quite minimalistic with his guitar playing, and then Steve does a lot of the rhythm stuff. So what I'm going to do is kind of blend all this together to give you an overall gist of what's going on. But by no means you don't have to do this exactly how I've done it, but the structure should help as well, and a lot of the sort of techniques that they're doing. So this is kind of the suggested part for the intro. So I've got like a hammer on the open D string, hammer on to the 2nd fret D, which is kind of what the bassist Gary's doing on the bass as well. It's all worked really well. Again, this is kind of almost a combination of lots of the different parts together. So hammer on, open D to 2nd fret D, and kind of doing a G, down, down, up. Yeah, nice and simple. And you can do the same thing. And then also, I think watching Bruce's performance, especially in the Paramount Theatre, he seems to be doing a C over G, which is an unbelievable chord. So it's like a part of a C chord, little finger on the 3rd fret E, and then the 3rd fret on the G. So it can be quite a cool little option. Again, I think Stevie's just playing a C. But yeah, so you can do that chord as well. So you got this. Yeah, so that works really nice. Again, he might just be doing... Yeah, you can mix it up. As long as you've got the structure there and the right chords, roughly the right chords, that'll work. Okay, and then over the back of that, Stevie's pretty much just doing... Yeah, G and then C. Cool, so in the verse, again, in the actual record, there's actually no guitar on the verses. But what I've done is suggested a really kind of common strumming pattern. Again, check out my website, jsmusicschool.co.uk. Go into blog and then go into strumming if you're having trouble with any of these strumming patterns, because a good grasp of rhythm is obviously essential for any guitarist, and this is a really common strumming pattern that I've suggested you can do with the verses. So basically in the verses you've got, so this is the first verse, the 2nd verse and the 3rd verse. You've basically got the structure of the song as G, C, G, C. And you can do that with this pattern. Down, down, up, this, up, down, up. So it's a really common, fantastic chord progression. Cool. Now the first chorus, what I've done is I've actually done pretty much the same strumming pattern. Then what's happening, he's then switching to another chord off the beat. So this is if you want to see me, all that sort of stuff. So you're going down, down, up, down, up. So he's changing on the C there on the and of 2. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And as you can see in the live performance, he's doing something very similar to that. So down, down, up, down, up, and then G to E minor. Just repeating that. So again, just slow down your strumming if you're struggling. Just work at that. Down, down, up, miss, up, down, up, miss, up, down, up. So he does that G to C and then the G to E minor 3 times. Cool, and then the next bar, it's just a bar of D. So in the chorus kind of, yeah. And then it sounds like a D minor, could be wrong. And then again, not for very long, down, down, up. This is... Yeah, so D, whole bar of D, 2nd line of chorus. And another bar of D. Then if you're playing this on your own, you obviously want to sort of merge all these parts together, which is kind of what I'm doing. Obviously, if you're playing in a band, you can split all these parts up to give to different people, which is what Bruce does in his band. So then you've got the kind of the cool little riff, which is like all the instruments are doing, which is basically hammer on 2 to 3 on the A, 2nd fret A, open A, 2nd fret A, open A, 3rd fret, lower E. Now this is triplet crotchets. It's basically 3 notes in the space of 2 beats. It's going da 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 da. So again, getting that rhythm is quite important. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you can either end with a C major chord, or in some parts of the song it kind of goes. Okay, so working at that. Okay, so that chorus section, again, I'm just going to show you that one more time. So you've got G to C, G to E minor, using the change off the beat 3 times. D for 1 bar, then then D minor to C, where you're changing on that off the beat on to the C. Then you've got whole bar of D, that riff. You can kind of end on the C if you wanted to there, or a 3rd fret there. In fact, in the Barcelona video, it ends on an E if I'm being picky. I think that's in the solo bit, but again. So, down, down, up, down, down. Okay, so 3 times through this. That C, whole bar of D. Cool, so that'll work really well. Okay, and then you got the second verse. Now the second verse is when Stevie's actually doing his cool little choppy parts. Okay, so I think this, listen to the record. He's playing something like this. Again, it might be a different voicing, but this will work really well. So he's basically doing a G chord, but actually using the D shape. So fret-wise, it's 7, 8, 7 on the G, B, and the E strings. So going, this is the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, so it's quite a short staccato notes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then he's going up. 12, 13, 12. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's pretty cool if you want to have a go at doing that as well. So it's basically a G and a C chord, but using the D shape. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So that happens. I think it might happen on the 3rd verse as well, but definitely in the 2nd verse. Then you got the 2nd chorus, exactly the same as the 1st. And then you got the interludes. So basically what happens here is it starts off the same, much the same as the chorus. You got G, C, G, with that change on the and of 2. And then you got G to C, then E minor to A minor. Now, towards the end of that bar, you're then going to do this kind of little riff. Again, the other guitarist will just be doing the kind of chords that were in the normal chorus section. So the whole structure of that section goes G, C, G, E minor, G, C, E minor, A minor, G, C, G major, E minor, and D minor, C, D. Okay, but halfway through that E minor to A minor bar, you've got this cool little riff, which is this. So 3rd fret low E string. So that bar, the E minor to A minor bar, you're going down, down, up, down, and. So the and of 4, and the of 4. Again, semi-quaver rhythm. If you don't get that, sort of how to count it, head over to jsmusicschool.co.uk, go on the blog, go strumming, and go quaver and semi-quaver strumming. That will really help with this as well. So, and then 2nd fret A, then open D, 2nd fret D, and then open G. So you got this. That's quite cool. Very simple pentatonic riff. And then you've got this. So that's a grace note. You can see in the tab and the walkthrough, it's kind of a small note, and you're hammering on straight away to the 2nd fret of the A string. So you got this. That's it. So that was 2nd fret A, open D, and then hammer on from the open A string to 2nd fret A string. and then you've got a 1-beat rest, and then you've got lots of open A strings, 1, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2nd fret A, and then open A, 3rd fret, low E, and then open E. So I'll play that nice and slowly. So this is in the interlude section. So you've got this. Nice hammer on there. And the next bit. So that's the same as the bar we just did. And then you got this, the cool little run again. On the record, I think he ends on that G, but you could, if you wanted to end on the C like you've done in the previous choruses, you can. Okay, cool. So that's that interlude section. And then 3rd verse, same as the 1st and 2nd. Again, if you want to mix out with Stevie's parts, you can. That's all good. Okay, and then the 3rd chorus. Now, what happens here is an extended chorus. So what happens is you've got G to C, then G to E minor. Again, same changes. We'll do 4 times of this, not 3 times. This is the 3rd time, I think. And then this is number 4. Now on the 5th time, we do this. Something very similar. So it's just like this cool little boom. The drums are doing it as well. Triplet, crotch hits with that last bar of G. So for 2 beats, you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You should can it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay, so you've got that G to C. G, E minor 4 times, then G to C as normal, and then that last final bar, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, however helps you to count that properly. Then you got the D to the D minor to C again, you got the D, and after that 3rd chorus you hold that C for 2 bars instead of 1. Cool, and then you've got the middle 8, which is exactly the same as the interlude. And then you've got the outro, which is basically... Then you can play around with the kind of picking stuff, you know. You can play at C at 9, or, you know, just have a look at what Bruce is playing live, you know, doing lots of picking stuff. That's the main parts. Again, it's not sort of set in stone. You can use that structure to help you play it and mix it around with other things, more picking stuff. Maybe less strumming if you're doing a full band situation, because you have the piano and the bass there as well. Cool. So any questions, let me know. And any requests, please comment and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Feel free to send any requests or any questions about any of the tabs or anything. I'll chuck the song structure, which I'll put on the screen now. I'll put that in the description as well, and the link to my website if you wanted to have a sort of look over strumming and things like that. So thanks very much for watching. See you next week.